Hello everyone, this is Tony and welcome to episode 10 of Redectricity. Now we have here a magic button and I'll show you how this works. Just let me turn creative mode off. So now we're in survival mode. Let's delete that. Okay, so now this magic button, as you can see clearly, is not connected to anything because it can't be connected to anything because it's floating in midair and redstone signal doesn't travel any further than, well, just one block. So what else? So what will happen when I press this magic button? Let's find out, shall we? Ooh, sneaky. Okay, so those of you who has seen Vex's design on breaking blocks to work like this, you should know how this works. Well, in his design he used ladders, but what I'm using is vines, because vines is much superior than using ladders. I'll show you why that is, and I'll explain what's going on later. Okay, so here we have ladders and here we have vines. That accidentally fell. I think I accidentally updated it. Oops. That accidentally got updated. Anyway, vines, I'll show you why vines is superior. When vines are floating, as you can see, there was no blocks. You couldn't indicate any block. But here, with ladders, you can actually, they're both invisible, but with ladders, you can actually see the outline of the block. But with vines, there's no outline even, and you can walk through it. Also, ladders leave a trail. Vines, aside from this one which is attached to the block, leave no trail. So vines are like the perfect crime. You'll never get caught with vines. So here what it did is basically just pull a vine path there, just behind this tree where there was a TNT in the ground. Above it was a pressure plate like that, and there above that was a MC edit. Oh yeah, and you need to place all these using MC edit. So there's that. Anyway, there was an MC edit placed gravel or sand block which fell when the vines got destroyed or the ladders got destroyed, which happens when you update a block. That's why when clicking this, it updates the block. That's why it's happening like that. So in Vex's design, what he did, he had like a block update which is also caused by breaking a block above a chest, and above that there was nothing. There was actually a ladder path going up connected to a TNT which will fall on the player. Well, here's the same thing, only it's much more hidden, because in ladders you can see the outline and in vines you can't. Now the vines idea was developed and documented by Cranica, the guy who also documented the first use of the invisible block 36, and I'm gonna post a link to, and he calls the using the vines the Tarzan trigger, which I think is a cool name, so I'll call this the Tarzan trigger as well. And I'll post a link to the thread in the video, and I'll also post this as a video response to Vex's chest, well, that video, and hopefully Vex will get to see this and use this in his Super Hostile series, because let's face it, we want more awesome traps that you cannot even detect where it's going on. Seriously, just think about it. There's something like this on the ground beside like a pressure plate or something, and you click it, yeah, there's nothing. Beside like a door or something, you click it to get in the door. What happens? Whoa, a TNT blows up half the map behind you. That would be awesome. Let's face it, that would be awesome, and this would be really good to use, because unlike ladders you can't actually see vines, and you can actually walk through the vines without causing any update. Same goes true for ladders, of course. But anyway, the vines actually vanish, so they don't leave a trail, unlike the ladders which just drop down. So that's another thing, and this is also very good for custom adventure maps. You can have like beside a door, and since you can't see it and walking through it doesn't cause an update, you can just go to the door, click it to open the door and go along. But what it happens is when you click this, something way back in the background can happen, and like another door opening up because you press this, or it can go around creating a signal. Now this isn't exactly a redstone signal, but rather it's a block update signal. So you need to use a floating gravel or sand mechanic. But yeah, other than that, this is very awesome. If you can draw the vine line a long distance away, then you can do lots of awesome and creepy stuff. So yeah, that's it. And as the sun sets, I bid you farewell in your quest for using this for fun and profit and killing other players out and scaring them out of their wits. Seriously, what would you do if you see this in a custom map? You'll freak out and it'll be glorious. So this is Anistuffs saying adieu, and wow, it's good night. Good night.